one thing that I haven't got a clear answer on is to get our team as fired up as we are and just making sure that we're finding people that can actually do their jobs so we can focus on things like this.
So do the VAs that you recruit, do you have like standardized training for them to get onboarded?
Yeah.
And that training is not working?
Yeah. Like we have SOPs even before we left.
But does that create the action or behavior that you want? So it's one thing to have SOPs. It's another thing to have a system where people do the shit you want them to do.
Yeah. So like even before we came here, like we reiterated our expectations like with our DM setters.
Yeah. Well, they're all idiots, I guess.
Yeah. Well, we've had the same conversation. I'm like, well, I don't want to fire them and rehire.
I'm putting a little trap here. So they're either all idiots, right? Or the process that you have doesn't work. One of those you're in control over, right? And so right now, as this may be an interesting pill to swallow, it might be that the training that you have for these VAs is insufficient. And I actually think that fixing that might be the single greatest point of leverage that you could have in your business, because they are both the thing that's helping you grow your business and the product of your business. And so if you were to only do that, and so this like goes for everybody, if you feel like you have many constraints, it means that you don't know how to prioritize, because there are always many problems. The question is, which problem is the most important? And if you can't decide that, you're not doing your job. Like that is the job of the entrepreneur. And so if you then expect the team to then prioritize those things, then you're basically delegating decision-making to people who have less context in the business than you. And then unsurprisingly, they do a worse job. And so you have complete context on the business. And so you have to make the hard call of saying, this is what we will solve first. And we will allow these fires to burn. What's interesting about them is when you do solve the first and most important thing, the remaining constraints often will reorganize in terms of their importance. And so sometimes people will leave here and be like, this is number 1, this is number 2, this is number 3, number 4, number 5. And then they're like arguing, I think this is 7, this is 8, this is 7, this is 8. Who gives a shit? You're never going to get there. By the time you finish number 1, the whole thing's going to reorg, and you're probably going to have something from over here that's going to slot on top, because that's actually the new constraint. And so I think a lot of people spend a huge amount of time trying to organize the priorities rather than just figuring out what is the one thing that matters, only directing all resources towards that. And that also means having a conversation with the team that you have to basically give them permission to fuck up on everything else. We had a pixel issue, right? And the problem was we had basically 7 different funnels that were running at the same time. Every meeting was just a clusterfuck. And I got on these meetings because I was like, what is going on? And this was a marketing huddle. And I was like, I don't know what you guys are saying. And people call me a good marketer. And so I was like, that's probably an issue. I was like, if I don't get it, you probably don't get it either. And so this was like a few weeks. And so I was like, okay, here's the deal. We have 3 problems. We have a lack of CRO, we don't have attribution, and we don't have pixel. Like the pixel's installed incorrectly. It's getting fed wrong data. It's like, okay, of these 3 things, they're all problems. Which one's the most important? The pixel, because we have to keep spending more to get customers because the pixel's data is getting worse and worse. We have to keep spending more. We send more data. It gets even worse. We have to spend more data. It's a vicious cycle. So let's stop the vicious cycle. But what about attribution? It's fucked. Also, not the priority. But our CRO this page doesn't even load right. It's totally fucked as well. Also not the priority. And so we're going to get on every single day, twice a day, until each of these pixels is fixed. And we're going to start with number 1, and we're going to fix this flow. How long will that take you in hours? That will take us 4 hours. Great. We'll meet what is it now? It's 8 o'clock. We'll meet at 12. And then at 12, we're going to look at the next funnel. We're going to fix that one. And then we're going to meet again. And you keep doing that. It took me 3 days to fix everything. And this was a team that it was basically like 3 months this was fucked. And so basically the change in product, like output, was a lot. 3 months to 3 days, right? It got fixed. And then after that, it's like, great, this one's gone. Now attribution is the priority. So what do we need to do to fix attribution? Well, we collect traffic from 28 different sources. Okay, well then one at a time, we need to get custom links for every one of these. We need to make sure the API feeds into the data box, whatever it is. And so anyways, I'm ranting a little bit, but right now you have all these constraints. I would bet that you getting the VAs that you have working for you to actually do their jobs will solve more than one for you, because it's both the product and how you expand the business. That's what I would fix.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.